What is going on, you guys? My name is Nick, and I just got done watching episode 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, just right off the bat, this is a big improvement over last week's episode. I thought last week's episode was one of the worst episodes of all of Disney Plus content, regardless of Star Wars. Just across all Disney Plus content that they've ever released, I felt like last week's episode of Obi-Wan was hands down the worst so far. But man, the opening scene of this episode, I mean, it's not just the opening scene, because this scene plays an integral part throughout the episode. They keep calling back to it as the episode progresses, which I was really happy for. I'm really glad it wasn't just an opening scene. That scene between these two characters, I don't want to spoil it if you don't know what's going on about it whatsoever, but between these two characters, I've been waiting all season to see it, because going into the show, we've heard conversations that scenes like this in the past were going to happen, but we just hadn't seen it yet. And it's a little irritating that it took until the second to last episode to actually see it, but now that it's actually here, it's pretty fucking cool. And I'm so happy to say that this is the one episode so far out of the entire season that we've gotten the most character development for Reva. We now know where she's coming from, what her intentions are, and who she really is. And now that we know all that, it makes it so much easier to fall in love with her character and actually understand who she is as a person, because up until this point, we just thought she was another henchman that was just trying to climb the ranks of the Empire, but in reality, that's not what's going on. And it boggles my mind that it took this long to do this sort of character development, and the way that all of this character development comes to fruition, it makes sense why they did it, but the way they did it, it was so they could have a twist happen at the very end. So it's like, I don't want to explain it past that because it's going to be spoiling the episode, but the way it's done, it's like they sacrificed character development and growth early on in the season just to have this twist moment leading into the finale at the end of this episode, and I'm not a big fan of that. And once again, Star Wars continues to show that Stormtroopers are the least intimidating force in the entire galaxy. There is a point in this episode where there's probably 100 Stormtroopers on screen, and they cannot hit a single target. I don't know why Disney and Star Wars feels like they need to do that with their Stormtroopers. The more of them that are on screen and the more of them that are missing, the less intimidating and more laughable they are. Yeah, that kind of sums up my thoughts about the episode. There's a lot of spoilery stuff in this episode that I just do not want to ruin for you guys. So, have you guys seen the new episode of Obi-Wan? If you haven't, please check it out. Do not get it spoiled for you. It's actually a pretty good episode. It's a big step up from last week. I really did enjoy it. Thank you guys all so much again for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for my Lightyear review. Peace.